Welcome in, everyone, to episode 97 of the Boutcast podcast. I'm your host, Peng, joined by my co-host, Speedy is Chief 2. Wearing a fresh Mystic shirt or what? What's going on there?
Dude, this is a fresh Mystic shirt from London. Picked it up at the Pokemon Center. Looking so fresh and so clean, man. Come on.
Dude, we're getting the full behind the scenes look at your room here too. So I didn't
Dude.
realize. So I knew you had a green screen. I didn't realize you had a green sheet too to cover up the bed. That's interesting.
It's because
that's the
my
setup.
it's
Or is your
because my
blanket just green?
no, it's because my co-host makes fun of the fact that I have a green screen, but then you can still see my bed in the background. So I got like an additional green sheet, and I throw it over my bed.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
dude. Bullying and peer pressure work.
You know, so it's the bullies taught me well in high school. So I learned from the best. No, don't bully anyone though. Besides me, don't bully anyone. Speaking of blankets, yeah, Speedy was talking about his comedy. He's like, "What's going on? You got a cold or something?" Dude, I've turned into a real LA person these days, man. It's a chilly 70 degrees in my apartment right now. So I got
up,
I ain't
dude.
kidding. It's kind of chilly.
Holy
It
crap.
is cold outside though, not gonna lie. It's like it's 58 degrees.
Dude, that sounds nice.
I mean, it is if you're
I'd be
not
chilling.
used to 75-degree weather.
I'd be chilling, bro.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
dude,
chilly.
you spent so many years in Atlanta, right? Like,
Your body adjusts real quick. I'm just saying.
okay.
When I moved to Atlanta from Connecticut, right when I went from college, that first winter when I went back to Connecticut for the holidays,
Oh, dude, I bet it was brutal.
Oh yeah, everyone walking around in t-shirts and shorts, and I was just like, dude, what's going on here, guys? I was just like, give me another blanket, yeah. But here we are. Anyway,
so before you jump in, Caleb, I just want to apologize to everybody because I know this episode's going to be a little bit late. I'm really putting a lot of pressure here on Caleb because I have not been very available the past couple of days, and this is on me. So if you're mad, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, because Speedy been hitting the casinos down in Mississippi all night.
Bro.
He out late every night.
I wish I was having that much fun. That's not true.
Maybe not though, because you've been going out that much. You probably losing money at that point,
dude. Yeah, typically, yeah.
Do you have the hot chip or no?
Oh no, I don't. I still don't have it, dude. I've been so busy. I haven't ordered it yet.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll have some guests on for next episode, so maybe we'll do 2 episodes from now. So you got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks.
All right, I'm down.
Yeah.
I want to knock out all these bets, man. We gotta clean this.
Yeah, you know what? Let's settle this bet so I have some ease of mind here too. How much Stardust do you get on Swine of Community Day? I need to know.
All right.
I am DMing it to you.
Oh, you are?
Well, actually, I guess I can hold it to the camera what my total was, but I have the evidence too in case you need to see that.
Mine, okay. All right.
Math.
We'll throw out the numbers and then we'll discuss. All right.
Oh, okay. All right. What's your total?
All right. I'll show the screen, but I'll say it verbally in just a second. So our YouTube viewers get a 3-second head start here.
All right.
Ready? Set, go.
Oh my gosh! I got you beat so hard.
Yeah. All right. Let's discuss. So mine is 522,990, and Caleb's is
778,475.
So you beat me by 250, which actually makes sense. And we're going to discuss why.
Yeah, please do. Yo, you have me. I've been nervous for a couple of days straight, but let's go ahead.
All right.
Dude, I'm loving it. Mammo Basti, ABB line. Here we come.
Not so soon, right? Okay, so the first thing, the first thing is that it was pouring rain all day.
Oh,
in Picayune, right?
Okay.
Pouring rain. Second thing is that I only played 2 hours because the night before I wasn't feeling very good. I ate Wendy's and I was up late at night feeling gross. And I only played 2. Wendy's? Dude, I don't know. It betrayed me. I only played. What?
Okay. All right, so you only played 2 hours, yeah.
So long story short, 2 hours in the rain, and you said it was what kind of weather in LA?
Just curious. It was weather boosted. It wasn't weather boosted for you?
Nope. It was raining.
Oh,
whole
okay. Well,
time.
then that's then we cancel that. I mean, the Wendy's thing is like a different story, but like if it actually
Yeah.
wasn't weather boosted, then that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, the weather boost, like we discussed, this goes for all of our Stardust bets,
How
right?
the heck did you get that much without weather boost for two
Dude,
hours?
I'm a beast, man. I'm a dog.
Dude,
I'm the
I don't
mother
know,
effing
man.
problem.
You say 2 hours, man. I don't know if that
Dude,
Wendy's even
I'll
happened.
show you. I'll show you the screenshots, bro. I be grinding.
You have a screenshot of the weather too?
No, I don't think I took a video of the rain, but it was definitely there.
Oh,
But I can
damn,
show you.
dude. I might need to stop these Stardust bets at this point. I don't know what you're doing.
Dude, I'm just a beast,
What? How's that possible? Like, how do you get that much dust in 2 hours only with no weather boost? That's
dude.
crazy. Do you clear through your stack, I assume?
Yeah. I mean, I have a stack. I have some rewards like in the research that I claim.
I did too. I didn't have I don't have that many rewards. Man, what the heck?
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
I'll write a book on my method.
maybe because yeah, maybe you need
that
to.
that was Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Saturday. Okay.
Yeah, Saturday.
This one's at 2:55. Okay, this is when I started.
Oh man, thank you, Rain. I guess.
Yeah,
Thank you, Rain, or thank you, Wendy's. I mean,
dude, I was feeling like total crap.
what?
Okay, so originally I was supposed to go down to New Orleans
Uh huh.
to hang out with Math Magic and catch Pokemon
Yeah.
for the charity stream, but the charity stream didn't happen, and then of course I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah. What did you order from Wendy's out of curiosity?
Dude, I got the same thing I always get, the Baconator,
Hmm.
and if you
We're not
treat me,
sponsored by Wendy's, so we can say
I
these
wish.
things, you know?
Yeah,
Do you? Because you got to
yeah.
sell it to them. Be like, oh, my stomach hurt, but you got to go to Wendy's. Use our code,
Exactly,
Battle Cats, to get $5 off your next order. What's
dude. I
okay?
wish. But anyway, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. It makes me kind of sad. I wish we could have had a fair bet.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't need to play no man was fine. Well, we still got a Bastion thing for you. We actually have a Stardust community coming up next month
Oh,
too. But
we do.
we'll talk more about that. Let's go through the comments from all right, so I don't know if we have time to go through both sets of videos. Well, let's go through our EUIC episode 95 comments first, and then maybe we'll
Oh
go through
man,
PFIEs like
I,
another time.
I've been waiting for this one, man.
Dude, I had a spoiler from Speedy that Skull Trapper left us a comment, and I haven't
Ooh,
read it yet, so I can't wait. Let's get
it's
into this,
it's
dude.
spicy,
Dude,
muy caliente.
I don't understand. Like this person, Skull Trapper, listens to every episode. I think like why. Anyway, let's get into it.
All right,
Scroll Trapper from episode 95 says,
first
"Your
comment.
your first comment." Yeah, first too, right? First comment. This one usually it just says first comment, right? This
Yeah.
person left a novel. Your analysis of my comments is a perfect illustration of two people who have never had real jobs in business. Untrue, but let's go ahead. I used to work at a bunch of different things. Actually, I've been working ever since I graduated. Well, before college too, but from the day after college as well. If you truly think Pokemon Go PP is going to even remotely approach esport territory, you have no concept of how to analyze basic data. I kind of feel bad at how brainwashed you are, but keep celebrating each time Pokemon Go breaks 2K views on Twitch. You just beat one of the lowest watched channels of just chatting category of someone taking a dump. Okay. Oh my
I
gosh,
love it.
man.
I
Let's
love
keep
it.
going. Your harebrained ideas for getting more people engaged into PvP misses the fundamental insight that the player base thinks the format is plain boring. You see two stationary Pokemon doing repetitive moves with visuals that look like they're straight out of the 90s. But here you are pretending that somehow Pokemon Go PvP gameplay even remotely compares to actual esport gameplay in real games like Dota 2. You've got to be kidding me. Or are you guys really that delusional? The skill
Oh,
ceiling for Pokemon Go PvP is extremely low compared to real esports. You can train a StarCraft player to easily dominate Pokemon Go PvP. The converse is not true. Any idiot can be good at Pokemon Go PvP. You're managing one Pokemon at a time, and most of the time is spent tapping a repetitive move, planning for a finite amount of decision points in a given match. Flip to any real esport, StarCraft, Dota, etc. The APM is massive, and the micromanagement plus game management at competitive level takes an extreme amount of dexterity, skill, and strategic thinking that only a fraction of players will achieve. Any idiot can learn to be good at Pokemon Go PvP when you take away the barrier to entry of catching slash money. 1 year growth, sure, the same nerds keep showing up in person, but viewership is cratering.
Cratering.
You guys really are clowns.
And he put the
Dude,
clown emoji too.
Skull Trapper, I don't disagree with you. If I was that good at StarCraft and Dota, I would be a pro StarCraft Dota 2 player, man. I'm washed up and old. I gotta play Pokemon Go. Dude, here's the thing, Skull Trapper.
Oh God.
If it's
I
that
mean,
easy, you should be just winning worlds, right? Like, where you at? Compete, dude. All right, forget the 2K viewership or whatever, right? You go to these tournaments, you win one, you get easily over $1,000 plus in prize money. With enough
yeah.
people, 2K plus 3.5K to go to Japan, unless you're ready from Japan, right? Like, let's sign up, right? Let's sign up. We got Portland in a few days. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, where you live in, right? You don't have to tell me where. You don't have to give me an address. Give me a general region, right? I'll hook you up with a regional nearby. Let's see what happens, right? Let us know
Dude.
your username too. I would love to commentate your battles, right? I'd commentate, man, the Scroll Trapper guy, well known in the online community, supposedly has skill sets that can definitely rival anyone in Pokemon Go, right? Easy. Yeah, put your money where your mouth
Dude.
is, right? If you think you're that good, if you think it's that good, dude, you gotta be doing something, Scroll Trapper, man. Again, like I said. Oh wait, no. Oh, they privatized their videos.
Oh no, they
Interesting.
did on their channel.
Oh, they privatized their favorites. I used to be able to see their favorites, but
Uh,
they privatized it again.
dude, I never even bothered to go to their page.
I did it initially, and that's when I found out that um, their most recent like comment was actually, most recent favorite video was mine. So they clearly did
Oh,
GBL like for whatever reason for a
interesting.
little bit. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe they struggle hating legend. I don't know.
Dude, we could spend a whole episode just breaking down this comment by itself.
Dude. Also, like, man, we should have saved Scroll Trappers comment for the end so that they listen to the
Yeah,
whole episode. But the thing
true.
is, they're going to listen to every episode too for whatever reasons, man. This person's a masochist, man,
Dude,
or yeah, a
there
masochist. They love us making fun of this person.
it's hate listening, right? Like people, some people
Yeah,
will hate watch that series Velma, right? Just because it's so awful. And I think that's
yeah.
what Squirrel Trapper's doing too. He's like hate listening to us. This is great.
Maybe Scroll Trapper has like a shame kink or something. Be like, yeah, keep yelling at me, keep making fun of me. I'm into this. I
Dude,
don't
I
know,
really think so. And
dude.
it's just amazing to me that somebody who's so disinterested in this game is taking this much time to listen and write out a comment like this. The first comment, Caleb, the first comment
The first
13
comment.
days ago. And also it was edited, which means that he went back and read it and made sure that he spelled everything right.
Dude, I will say that I was actually going to give Skull Trapper a shout out. Correct punctuation,
Yes.
correct grammar, like eloquently worded, right?
Yeah.
Like like that's the most annoying thing when you read some like belligerent, like hate comment is that it's belligerent. You can barely read what they're saying. Like, what are you
True.
even meaning by this, right? I have no misconceptions about what Scroll Trapper's trying to tell us right now. Hey,
True.
man, look, if you feel that way, that's fine. I'm not. No one here is arguing that Pokemon Go has a higher skill ceiling than Dota 2 or StarCraft, right?
Exactly.
Like what
Exactly.
what we talk about here, right? It is
Dude.
it is what it is. Checks. What are you doing? You're just walking around here. Let's calm down.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly. Like not trying to take away anything from the big MOBAs, right? That are like the banner carriers for esports, obviously, right? But he didn't mention any other esport, any FPS game, right? You could argue that Valorant has like a similar skill ceiling just because you have like a limited map, limited weapons, limited abilities, and you just have to like predict what's around the corner. I mean, again,
dude.
oversimplifying. Oversimplifying.
Yeah. Either way, hey man, if people enjoy it, let them play, right? What you care about? What you
Dude.
care about? Dude, remember when Flappy Bird was a huge phenomenon in the
Oh
world?
yeah, I
Dude, people
remember.
loved that thing. That was a basic game, but people loved it. Hey,
Yeah,
you think I'm hating on the creator for making a basic game and making it that big? Heck no, man. I'm
right?
jealous. I wish I did that. I wish I had the coding skills to make that game.
Right?
They had
I
it.
don't
They
know.
took it out of the app store too, even though they're making like 50K a day. It was wild. which is kind of
Hmm.
wild. But
Dude, I just want to say, right, like Scroll Trappers comparing us to the MOBAs, right? Obviously, like Caleb said, we're never going to directly compare Go to MOBA. That's like a suicide attempt. That doesn't make any
yeah,
sense, right?
yeah.
It's like saying someone who's a professional tabletop tennis player, ping pong player, is going
Mhm.
to be like the next Roger Federer. It just doesn't make any sense, right? Even though there's similar games, or just because you're good at basketball, you should suddenly be like a wide receiver in the NFL. It doesn't make any sense to try to compare esport athletes, right? Or just athletes in general. But I mean, again, a lot of these MOBAs took a decade to develop, and Pokemon has an issue right now where we can't even find arenas that are big enough with the internet capability we need because we have so many players. So
Mhm.
I don't want to hear about growth, right? That's just ridiculous.
Sabine Keller responded and said, "Any idiot can be good at anything and everything if they put some effort in." What is your point? Did you try Pokemon Go Battle League? Didn't get to Legend Melee and are upset now? I think so. I mean, they definitely play some GBL if they favorited my old video right from GBL. Just try again and try to have some fun. It took me further only to play what I really enjoy. I'm actually better at it since then. Eventually, I'll make it to the leaderboard. And then Squirtle
Squirrel Trapper
responded, "You would
reply,
never have any chance of being competitive in a real game like StarCraft or any MOBA. The skill ceiling are much higher. You struggle with extremely simple game like Pokemon Go is proof that you're bad at real video games." Squirrel Trapper, who are you, right? If you that good at StarCraft, you're good at Dota, drop us a link of your record, right? Drop a link to your
please.
profile. Have some proof that connects you. Here's the thing, right? If you're as good as you say you are at anything, right, you would never be posting under a pseudonym, right? You know, people that are very successful in life, they don't care if they're trolling on their main accounts. They're confident
True.
in their skills. Look, say what you want about Elon Musk and his takes, but Elon doesn't care. He be trolling people on the internet on his main account. He ain't hiding under no pseudonym, right? He ain't no like robot trapper like a username he's posted under, right? Like
Right?
if you're anyone of significance, you wouldn't have any qualms. So let us know, Scroll Trapper. Let us know
Dude.
who you really at.
I almost feel like Scroll Trapper is a hardcore Pokemon Go fan who's just like playing the devil's advocate, and they just made this burner account just so they can say all like the dark things that they think about and question, and just like spew it all out and get it all out into the universe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with some of Scroll Trapper's points, but I'm just like, why? What got you so pent up? Like, who care? Who care? Why you bothered if Pokemon Go has 2K viewers or 5K viewers or
Yeah.
50 viewers? Like, what does
Well,
that matter
well,
to you?
well. Look, here's the
What is it?
thing.
What does it matter to you that you're listening to a podcast with 1,000 weekly listeners? Like, who cares? Squirrel Trapper. I hate to spoil this for you, but there's
Uh,
actually a lot more podcasts out there in the world that have even less than us, and they're probably putting in more work than we do. You
that's
should
true,
really shame them too for putting in work because
dude.
we put in work, but we don't put in that much work, right? Like,
Yeah, and
like
and,
it's a couple
and,
hours
he,
a week, but
and here's the last point, right? Like he's talking about real esports, like MOBAs, right? StarCraft, Dota, etc.
yeah.
As he says there verbatim. It's like saying that the biggest sport in the world is football, right? AKA
Hmm.
soccer, as we call it in the US, right? If the
Yes.
biggest sport in the world is soccer, then everybody else should compare themselves to that. And if they're not soccer, then they should just fucking quit and play soccer. That's what he's basically saying, right? Like American football is not a real sport, hockey's not a real sport, basketball is not a real sport. Because if you're not football, if you're not the biggest thing in the whole world, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. It makes no
It's
sense. I
uh,
assume he, I don't know. He, she, they, I'm not sure.
it's a squirrel. What you mean?
It's a squirrel. Yeah.
Hey, I will say we got merch coming on the way. I got someone designing a Squirrel Trapper shirt for us. So,
Oh, let's go.
so hey, Squirrel Trapper, if how about this? I'll make you a deal. If you could somehow verify your identity, right? And you show up to an in-person event, I give you a Squirrel Trapper shirt for free. The shirt will
Oh,
literally say, "I am Squirrel Trapper." It's the perfect shirt for you.
true.
Just show up. Just show up. You know.
Dude, we should create a
Um,
movement. We are Squirrel Trapper.
that'll be the sequel to the shirt. Yeah,
Oh my
the whole
gosh.
army. All
Yeah,
right. Anyway, move on to the next comment, dude. I love it. I love it,
me
dude.
too.
I really
Don't ever change Squirrel Trapper.
yeah, yeah, and don't ever stop leaving us comments, man. It only helps our videos get more listens. 23 EJB says, talking about improvements, I talked to Mel in London that I seriously think we should make top lefts mainstream. I don't want to have my Trev get farmed down by Noctowl or Lantern versus Noctowl in the end game scenario. It's demotivating and frustrating. Let me top left and we play the next game. We should frame it differently so it loses the salty note it has. It's not a rage quit or top left, just a forfeit like VGC and TCG. What do you
Mm,
guys think about it? I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I think right now the
yeah.
connotation is like it's kind of like a rage quit. But like it almost looks like worse when they just like stop timing. They're just like, all right, take it, right? Like you're just wasting, you're just killing time,
Mm,
right? Maybe like I think it's like you top left, like friendly, like handshake, like you
mm.
got me, right? Like it is what it is. I think that's fine. But yeah, there is something in the rule, I guess, where it's related to
Well,
like, yeah,
well, if you leave a game, period, right? Let's say you have lag in the
yeah,
beginning and you top left because you want like a fresh start. Maybe you have like that self training where you could just like back out and say, hey, there was a disruption there. Then in the play Pokemon circuit, it's an automatic loss, right? Which is why a lot of people don't
yeah,
leave. But I will say a lot of the reason, or one of the main reasons that people forfeit in VG and TCG is because they recognize maybe halfway or 2/3 the way through the game that they can't win and they don't want to reveal anything else about their strategy.
yeah.
So if you're on your last Pokemon, right, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to top left. But if you still have something in the back that's reserved and you know you can't win, then I think keeping the mystery, keeping the strategy of not revealing that third thing or not revealing that move set that is really key. I think that's valid for top
I think
lefting.
they're all like I think both should be allowed, right? Even like if it's not
Sure.
your last Pokemon Go, like I think top lefting there is kind of like sometimes I do that in GBL. Like if I know I'm hard countered, I just leave because I don't want them to see my third one in case I match up with them again or something like that. Um, so that I have some play the next time around. So I think that could
Yeah,
be nice strategic element to it too.
I
Um,
agree.
I will say Mel's the perfect person to talk to, 23 EJB.
Yes.
So I think you definitely went the right direction. I don't know if Mel plans on implementing that or not, but I think that is yeah. Mel is the esports manager for TPCI now for Pokemon Go. So
Yeah.
definitely the person that will be in charge of making those types of
Yes.
decisions, or at least has influence, right? I don't. She might not be the only one. She might have to get clearance right from people, but still,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Uh, Jeff must kill, dude. That's just there's a tree underneath. If you
Dude,
look at the
I
comments,
know, I know. I already dropped it down.
yeah. Jeff Muskill says, "Yo, let me get that pre-order. I am Scroll Trapper merch. Maybe a greeted with the animation after gets hit with a charge move and poops out candy. Take my money, please. Thank you guys for the content. Really." Scroll Trapper says, "Yes, go ahead. Tell them to use copyrighted material on their shirts. That will go straight into a legal complaint." If anyone
Woo!
reports us, it's we already know who it is.
Exactly right. We already have a good idea. Wow.
Uh,
Yo,
so
thanks.
I
Thanks,
like the
Jeff.
idea. I like the idea. Let's. I'll talk to our merch designer and see what we can do. I like it. I
Yeah.
like it, dude. That's honestly that would probably be our hottest merch too of all things.
Dude, I
Like
think so. I really
it doesn't
do.
matter anything else we come up with.
Dude, I would wear it. I would
What
wear it
a
at an event.
legend! Yeah, I would wear it too. Everyone should wear it. Dude,
All
imagine at
right.
an event and everyone's wearing Scroll Trapper shirts.
It reminds me of V for Vendetta, right? Everybody's wearing like the mask and the
True.
and the
Yes.
cape. All right, we are
Oh,
Squirrel
dude.
Trapper.
Next merch idea, we get Scroll Trapper masks.
It's just a greet it mask.
Yeah.
Sabine says, another great episode. Thank you so much for putting all the effort and time in. One thing I would have loved to find the details in the show notes, though, was the little timeline from 1 hour 39 minutes. Quote: We have a Bastidon stream coming up. We have our GBLA stream coming up Wednesday night. We've got another Thursday night at 6:30 Eastern start time. Sunday we have a charity tournament. Blah blah blah. This is me. This is a direct quote from me. This seems to be the perfect time to drop my favorite Caleb quote. How do you say this, Caleb? Wait,
Wait.
wait.
What? What days? At what time? On which platform? Where can I find in-depth information?
Dude, the wait, what? That's definitely you. That's definitely you
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
yeah. Sorry. I thought I was saying all that stuff. No, the
No, no, no.
wait.
You
What
were.
is
You
definitely
were.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
No,
what was the part in quotes?
you nailed it. Yeah. But I always, Sabine, thank you. Because I always try to think of Caleb quotes. He was listening to me cast at the UIC. And he's like, yeah, man, you got all these like analogies you say and all this other stuff. And I just don't realize it. Right. So I want to pick up some of Caleb's. So this is really helpful.
I need to change my cadence, my rhythm.
Sabine says, sometimes I have my difficulties understanding all of this. I played Pokemon Go since 2016. I played GBL since season 2, but I never got good enough to really be able to compete. So I never got to know about anything outside of the official stuff. I have a full-time job and life outside of Pokemon Go, but like to watch tournaments and I like to listen to your podcast. And therefore, I'd love to understand what you are talking about. I'd be more than glad if you could explain to me what's going on outside of the official Pokemon Go tournaments. What exactly is GBLA? What are factions? What else is there? And where and when can I watch it? I really hope I'm not the only one with the lack of information here. Sabine, you
Good
are
question.
absolutely, yeah, great question. You're absolutely not the only one with the lack of information. This has been a recurring theme, and I'll go quickly because I know we're rushing through these as quick as we can.
Because we do
Um,
have GBLA soon for you
yeah,
guys.
yeah. Again, this falls on me in my problematic scheduling. So the Pokemon Go community developed a lot of grassroots things outside of the official communications, and we just recently got into the Play Pokemon Championship Series, right, as of last
Hmm.
year. So for us, we've been doing a lot of grassroots stuff for a long time. Most of it lives on Twitch and YouTube, and you have to go to each creator's specific page. For me, it's twitch.tv/Speedy'sChief2. The GBLA, really quickly, is we look at the Go Battle League leaderboards. We grab the top 8 trainers. We invite them, whether it's Discord, Twitter, Facebook, however we can find them. We invite them to a tournament. There's a $100 cash prize put up by our sponsors, and our 8 weekly winners compete in the grand finals. We're essentially like having everyone play a best of 3 Go Battle League style set against the other 7 competitors, and then the winner will go on to the grand finals. We want like a season champion, right? There's number 1 on the Go Battle League leaderboards, but a season champion sounds really cool too. So we've been doing that for about 7 seasons. We're about 2 years old in terms of
Yeah.
GBLA, which is wild to think about. Caleb, you want to break down factions because that's so fun.
Sure. I mean, I will say too, I actually, even as someone that's been a part of the community since forever for PvP, like even I wasn't super familiar with GBLA when I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm friends with Speedy too. Like I've seen it before, but I wasn't like totally like immersed in like the qualifications. So when I
Mm-hmm.
did it for the first time, you invited me like, hey, like you made it on GBLA. Would you like to
You
do it? I was
placed.
like,
Yeah.
sure, what I do? I was like, I didn't even know, right? You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you just play best of threes like GPL style, like whatever. I was like, all right, let's just do it. And I'm just playing opponents. I didn't even know the significance of it until afterward. I was like, oh wait, I was like, that was a pretty shoot. That was actually not easy to get on because I can't get back on. I came close. I
Yeah.
came close recently, but I couldn't. I got 22nd
Yeah.
on
You
the
came
leaderboard.
really close.
But
Really close.
a little unfortunately, I had played some Master League Premier and I tanked the
Oof.
punch because dude, they're like 200 point down pairings every time.
Oh, rough.
But yeah, factions. So factions is part of Sylph Arena. Sylph Arena is essentially the grassroots show 6 tournament format. They have like limited formats. It's not like open great league. And they've done that since the beginning of PvP for Go, essentially
Mm-hmm.
January of 2019, right? I technically the PP stuff launched December like, but they officially launched their tournament starting January, and they've
Mm-hmm.
been doing like unofficial like regionals, like worlds, continental stuff like that. And and that's how Speedy is one of their world champions from season 2, right? Because they
Mm-hmm.
had a bunch of different grassroots tournament formats. Essentially all this existed before GBL even existed, actually, because
Yes.
GBL didn't come out until a little over a year after PvP was released in game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what were people that going to do with PvP before that, right? So Sylph Arena was that placeholder for all these competitive things, and
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty much was all the way until the play Pokemon stuff, right? Because
Yeah.
even then it was GBL still, which is like competitive in its own rights, but not show 6, not official tournaments, not like there's no
Mm-hmm.
world championships, just like leaderboard stuff. So yeah, so that was Sylph Arena, and then they created something called Factions,
Yeah.
which is another format within Sylph Arena, and is a team format, so 7 versus 7 and all this stuff. There isn't a lot of footage on that because people just play it, but I got some videos in the works. So if you want to tune in to how the format looks, I'll give you all a heads up when I make my first video too, because it just takes a lot more time and effort to make these videos than like GBL videos.
Yeah. It
But it's
does.
something that I would love to showcase more of. So yeah. So anyway, that's the rundown there too. Hopefully others, I'm sure others had that same question.
Yeah.
So thank you for asking that, Sabine. Manning says, "What if I told you that I'm actually the third squirrel trapper?" You know,
Let's go, Manning.
we got.
Appreciate you, man.
What if it's been Manning this whole time?
Dude. It could be he could just be logging in, logging out.
Honestly, if it's actually just a true fan of ours and just their alt account, I got to give you a shout out to one for commitment to the bit and two for creating all this content for us. But I honestly just think this is just a straight hater for whatever reason. But it is what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Lyndon says, "Ayo, appreciate the call out. Hashtag dads at PvP. LOL. It was a wise perspective that the game needs to continue to find a way to refresh the funnel of new, younger players or keep current players more engaged. No doubt they are having discussions about this eternally, but actions to implement will be key to games' forever success." Dude,
Yeah.
for real, for real. One way to keep that forever success is making it really hard to hashtag Volcarona or whatever. We'll talk more
Dude.
about that in a little bit.
God.
Uh, Triptondo says, "I'm positively surprised 256 to 3 in one day was actually done very fast on Saturday. On the Sunday of EUIC, right after the champion for Go was crowned, there was a side event that had a lot of battlers participate in. There was a 7-round Swiss style bracket, after which top 8 qualified for a single elimination bracket. Would you guys think a similar format could work if play Pokemon tournaments would go bigger than 256? For example, with 512. You play a Swiss style bracket, after which top 32 or top 16 qualifies for either single elimination or double elimination bracket to determine champion. Love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Also, had an absolute blast meeting you two in London. May we meet again." Dude, for real, Trip
Yo.
Condor. Also, may we meet again. Are you a 100 fan? Have you seen the 100?
No, I haven't seen
Oh,
it.
great show. It's a great
It's
show. I mean, it got a
it's
little
quote.
weird in the end, but I still loved it. It's on Netflix if you got some time to kill. It's
Gotcha.
amazing. I don't know. That's a quote from it. Trip Towner, you need a response to this video. Tell me if you're a 100 fan. If you're not, that's fine. I just need to know, right? It's not a lot of us out there. Yeah, Arrow actually is one of them too that watches the show.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah. So anyway, yes, I think that is eventually the the route we have to go, because like if
Yeah.
we have 500 plus players, like there's just no way you do the double elimination. Like maybe even if even if you do like a top 32, that'll still take a while, right, to get to top
Yeah.
32, and you can't do top 64 for day two, right? That's so many players. Um, the current problem with that is we don't have enough phones. We don't have 512 like iPhones, right, to
Yeah.
use.
But
So
that's
that's
a
probably,
lot of money.
yeah, so there's that. And then, Wi-Fi is also a concern with that many phones connected to it. It could be a
Hmm.
potential problem. Of course, like I trust in TPCI and Daniel and Mel and the team, the Go team, to like execute um, solutions around this,
Hmm.
right? It's a good problem to have with that many players, right? We have to work around that. But those are the immediate barriers at the moment. But again,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like TPCI does not have the budget potentially to buy 512 phones, right? They just don't have it right
Yeah.
now, and we don't need that right now either, right? But
Yeah.
that is something, because with Swiss, everyone's playing constantly, right? There's no one's getting eliminated, so everyone's
Hmm.
on the network constantly.
Yeah, also true. And I think that the last thing I'll tack on to that is that, um, as you can probably tell, we're using Challenge for all of our bracketing at these tournaments. And I feel like for Swiss to work the way that it's intended, you also need some kind of like skill based weighting in order to pair people that are, I guess you don't necessarily need it because if somebody keeps winning, they just move up the Swiss bracket. But I think it's a good starting point for equal distribution throughout the pods, because right now it's kind of like a first come first serve, right? If Caleb signs up first and Arrow signs up second and I sign up third, guess what? We're all going to be in the same pod more than likely. But I think if you had some kind of like skill based weighting and records of how these trainers have performed in the past, that could be really good for kind of balancing out the overall tournament and making sure that you don't have like, you know, crazy situations where like, Wolf Glick is fighting against, somebody who's just getting started in the game,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
kind of stuff.
exactly. Ben Stram, Shiny Hunter Ben says, "I wonder if y'all were able to bring up factions on stream. I know Nessa Beethan brought up being teammates with Statisan in his interview. Wouldn't it help the audience if the casters explain what that is?" Yeah, great question.
Mm-hmm.
And the I do have an answer for you. We unfortunately can't. And the main reason being is, um, it's essentially a branding issue, right? Because like
Yeah.
especially with the Pokemon company, like you can't just like mention other products or grassroots things like very specifically. Um and I like, it's not like TPCI specified exactly why we can't bring up factions, but here's my most educated guess on the reason why we can't, is because, and that's why like for a while too, a lot of like players weren't able to even wear their faction jerseys, right? You can't
Yeah.
like, they would give you the play Pokemon shirt to like cover up any brands. Like if you're wearing just a standard black or white shirt or single color shirt or whatever, they won't give you a shirt to cover up. But most of you have brands and stuff, right? So standard brands, like if you're wearing like a Nike shirt or whatever, like obviously they got covered up. But even if you're wearing a fashion jersey, unless you got it cleared, and it seems like recently this has been getting cleared because I know Stadium Elite has some players, NEB has some players wearing it. Like there's
Mm.
been more and more people wearing official jerseys. I think Stadium Elite, if I'm not mistaken, went through like applied
They
for
do.
something with
Yeah, they had to do a
TPCI.
rebrand, right?
Yeah, yeah, or something. They had to like clear with TPCI, and it took like I think it took a few months, but they got it approved, so now they can wear the jerseys. Um, but for stuff like Sylph and factions, we can't bring it up, and the specific reason. So let's put it this way, right? Um, Sylph will probably never be an organization that could ever officially uh partner with TPCI and
Mm.
the championship circuit, and the main reason being if you think about it, it's their direct competition, right? Because like
Hmm.
the only other grassroots consistent show six format is Sylph, right?
Yeah.
So it's like from a competitive standpoint, it's kind of like if we work for like I don't know Nike, we're not going to randomly bring on a commercial of someone wearing Adidas, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
so it's kind of of that mindset. I mean, it's not like trying to like TPCI trying to be shady or anything like that, but it's just for their brand, right? It doesn't make
Yeah.
too much sense for them to give free marketing publicity and mention to that kind of stuff. Also, like I think yeah, there's probably like a bunch of legal stuff too that they can't go into as well. So that's the
Yeah.
biggest reason why we always say like grassroots and stuff, right?
Hmm.
Um, and I think we're safe to say that like it's nothing like it makes complete sense in my understanding right from an official organization like TPCI and stuff.
Hmm.
Whereas for Sylph, like they're not like a corporate public company with lawyers and all this stuff. Like they don't care if you mention play Pokemon stuff, right?
Yeah.
If you're
Exactly.
commentating, right? But
Yeah.
that's why Pokemon's very very strict. I mean, they're very strict about their branding in general, right? We don't say Pokemon die or get killed. Like
Hmm.
we don't abbreviate Pokemon because that's not part of the brand. You can't just say Trev. You can't just say like Basti, right? You have to say
Yeah.
the full name.
Well, I think it's to your point that you just said. I think that Pokemon controls their branding very, very closely. Honestly, all the different hoops you have to jump through and all the different red tape you have to clear in order to get anything approved is just incredibly formidable, right? Whenever you want to propose something to TPCI or change something, it's really, really dense. And I think that they look at mentioning a different platform or a product on their show as a bit of a soft endorsement. That instead of
Yes.
just mentioning something, it almost feels like an endorsement because you're speaking for the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
a lot of people will compare us to maybe subconsciously to like sportscasters or newscasters, right?
Mm-hmm.
ESPN and Disney have a lot of brand guidelines about how they talk
Yep.
about certain things, and they don't mention things outside of the company as much as they can. But a news company can talk about anything that's going on. So they can say like this company did this or this person did that or this organization did that. They can mention all these things at the same time because they're just like reporting the general things that are happening. But for us, we are spokespeople of the brand itself, so we have a lot more constraints,
I don't usually love your analogies, but that one,
dude.
I get it. I fully understand it. It was a good one.
Telling
I
you,
like it.
telling you, man.
I like
Sometimes
it.
they hit,
All right, I'll let
dude.
you take this next one because
Dude, Ryan sent us uh God, and I feel bad because I haven't watched back the videos he sent us. He
well,
actually DM'd
surprise! I
us.
haven't watched the video either. So
He DM'd us some videos on this for
in
additional
a group chat
research.
with me and Speedy.
Yeah, dude, he created a group chat. Okay, first of all, I love Ryan, right? He's a great guy. Let's see. I'm just gonna read through this quick because there's
Yeah,
a
great
lot of
guys can have
basketball
bad
stuff here.
takes, right?
Whoa. Okay, okay.
Not just messing
Ryan
around. Go ahead.
says he says, "Guess I'm back again with my rebuttal." First, never been a Lakers fan. I'm a diehard Cavs fan. All right, so he's trying to address the point we made before about being
Wow,
a
living
homer.
in LA and being a Cavs fan,
Dude,
interesting.
it's tough life. You
Yeah,
could say I have some bias, which is fair, but more than that, I firsthand watched his supreme greatness. Oh my god,
his
on
supreme.
many a night that most fans have not. I don't totally disagree on the super team era point, but since LeBron's Miami Heat changed the NBA forever and how stars move from team to team, but just want to throw out some facts for you in regards to the Jordan's Bulls y'all speak of. Okay, first fact: Scottie Pippen, top 5 player in the NBA during the Bulls runs. Steve Kerr, most accurate 3-point shooter in NBA history, more so than Steph Curry. Man, that's actually pretty nuts. Horace Grant, 4 times All NBA defensive player. Dennis Rodman, stat wise, was one of the greatest rebounders in NBA history, even with his antics. That I can't disagree with. Tony Kukoc, best European player of his time, an early Dirk type, which he's talking about Dirk Horowitz. Ron Harper, elite defender. Phil Jackson, 11 times NBA champion, 4 times NBA All Star coach, 1996 NBA Coach of the Year, and further innovator of the triangle offense created by Sam Barry. My point is, The Last Dance was enjoyable to watch, but really took some narrative liberties for how it all went down. All that to be said, I'm the first one to admit some of these LeBron teams had bad supporting casts, especially those early Cavs teams and losses to the Spurs and Magic in the conference finals in 2009. So the fact that from all the way till he went to the final first 2007 till now at 38, averaging 28 slash 6, excuse me, 28 slash 8 slash 6 isn't lost on me. Oh, and he's the greatest scorer of all time, passing Kareem this year. Okay, and currently number 4 in assists, only behind Stockton, Kidd, and Paul. Michael Jordan is 5th in scoring of all time, not even close on assists because he never wanted to pass the ball. Okay, first of all, LeBron has played like twice as long as Jordan almost, right? Secondly, Kobe never wanted to pass the ball, and Jordan wasn't. I mean, he was bad, but he wasn't that bad. And LeBron is the more complete player. And 10 years from now, after LeBron is retired, we will sit with all the proof that's in the pudding and why he's the basketball GOAT. Obviously, things look better in retrospect, right? None of this exists in a vacuum. I just want to make sure we have the facts straight. Thanks for humoring me. Nothing but love, gents. Not first time listener, not first time commenter. Let's go, Ryan.
Conky
Dude.
said, don't forget to mention MJ's playoff record before getting Scottie Pippen. LeBron carried scrub teams to the finals and MJ was getting swept. People seem to think his career was only 6 seasons long. Uh, LeBron, all-time scoring leader, fourth all-time in assists, and 32nd all-time rebounds. Not to mention the advanced metrics. He has the accolades with MVPs and All-Stars. 4 rings is no joke. I don't know why it's so downplayed. Getting just one is hard enough. That's true. Charles Barkley knows about that. Conky also says, also people want to throw out, he's played more, so obviously he has more stats. And forgot this man has been in the league 20 years, is pushing 40 and still averages the same stat line. Nobody was saying that about Brady. Just impressed that he was still competing at a high level. But for LeBron, it's somehow a negative. These aren't too bad points. Okay, here's the thing that I will never get over for
Okay.
LeBron,
All
right?
right.
And for the LeBron fans, right? For Ryan, for Conky, right? For anyone
Uh,
out there, you need to explain this to me, right? And I'll be, to be fair, I haven't seen every Jordan game, right? I haven't seen
it's
enough
true.
Jordan games to know, so maybe this happened as well for MJ, right? I know this didn't happen for Kobe, at least. I'm not saying Kobe's like greatest all time, but I'm just saying, like, as an example, another really highly regarded player.
Yes.
LeBron has flopped multiple times. Like I see there's so many clips of him flopping and stuff. Like, okay, if you travel, you do other stuff, right? That's accidental. That's the refs not calling it. That's fine. Flopping is intentional. You're 6'8" and like 260 plus pounds, and you're flopping. Like it's so because you like you'll flop, you get a foul call, you get up like there's no nothing, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
obviously he gets hard fouled legitimately as well, right? I'm not excusing any of that. I'm not saying he's flopping for those, but there's been enough moments of him actually flopping over the years. And I just have no respect for those kind of plays, right? Like, sure, you can say it's strategic, whatever. Hate that, right? Like, if you're like you shouldn't need to flop for advantage, right? You shouldn't, like, if you're the greatest all time, you shouldn't need to cut any corners to be the greatest, right? Like, especially on a flop, like what? It's just so
It's the meta now. It's the meta, right? Like
hate
if
it,
if you
hate
if you
it.
look back at basketball in the 80s and 90s, right? It was a lot more physical. You'd actually like punch people in the pile. It's like in football, right? You like twist somebody's wrist in the pile just to
Yeah,
try to get some kind
like
of advantage.
there's a lot of shots below the belt these days, and just the playoffs alone. It's been
Fair,
wild.
fair. Yeah. I don't know. I don't agree with flopping either. But because the refs give them the freaking foul every single time, I mean that's why they do it because it's the meta, right?
Never seen Kobe flop, you
Ooh,
know. I never
ooh.
seen I don't know if Shaq's flopped or not. Never seen Dwight Howard
I don't
flop, you
know.
know. It's just
I don't know. I want to hear some feedback on this. Let's keep
dude.
the conversation going.
Speaking of Kobe too, do you remember that time when Matt Barnes like was going at it with him and like Kobe was Matt Barnes was inbounding the ball from out of bounds, and then like Kobe's standing right in front of him guarding him, and he just like shoves the ball right in Kobe's face, and Kobe like doesn't even flinch.
Oh
It
yeah,
was,
he pumps it at him.
it was dude.
Yes.
Cold-blooded, man. Dude, the
Yeah.
man does not even flinch when someone's trying to throw a ball right in your eyes. That's wild.
Dude,
Like
I
he
remember that.
can't
Yeah.
get under his skin, you know? That's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's something I respect. All right. Anyway, David Majewski says it would be cool if GPL reward Pokemon had a better chance to have good PvP IVs. I've heard an idea that GPL reward mons should have second charge move automatically unlocked. What do you guys think? Yo, that'd be pretty dope if it was unlocked automatically. Or even a chance for that would be kind of cool. The PvP IVs, they do like they do remove the what do you call it? Not the
Yeah, the
ceiling,
floor.
the floor.
The
Yeah,
floor.
sorry, the floor.
Mm.
I was gonna say basement. That they do remove the IV floor on Go Battle days, right?
Yeah.
I think there's pros and cons to that as well because like for me personally, like I'm still looking for rank one ultra least crafty, and like the
Mhm.
IV floor is kind of nice for that purpose. Or like if you get a legendary encounter, you'd be like, oh, maybe I get a chance for a hundo, right? Like a hundo
Yeah.
Lugia, whatever. But without the IVs, then So I think there's pros and cons to it. I do like that on Go Battle days they removed the floor, and that's where you get like wild people like that boy Muck getting incredible like Pikachu Libre spreads and whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I think that it would be cool if they do mix it up more often than just Go Battle days and stuff. Speaking of which, when is
Mhm.
the next Go Battle day? I feel like we haven't had one
Dude,
in a hot
it's
second.
it's coming up, right?
Is it this
Um,
weekend in Portland or when I'm in
dude.
Portland? It
Let's
might
see.
be. It might be. Yeah. But that's my take on it. I don't know. I think I do like the concept though. Second charge move unlock would be kind of cool too. I don't know if Niantic would go for that though, but
Oh, okay. So the next Go Battle Day is actually May 14th, and that's the Stardust Go Battle Day. It's
oh, okay. There's no
it's
well, there's no North America regional at that time. I don't know if there's any global ones because the Hartford one is on the 20th.
yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think there's actually a regional that weekend. I think that's
All right.
one of our few open weekends.
Nice, nice, nice. That'll be
Yeah,
good.
that's gonna be interesting. Where you actually pay for a Stardust bonus.
Oh, right.
We'll
Yeah, let's
see.
see if you would go for that or not. I mean, it'd
I'm
be
not sure.
interesting, but again, like I'm not a tanker, so like I probably wouldn't benefit too much from it. Like I'll just be losing my sets or just
Yeah,
go breaking even. I think usually on go bad days when I like because I don't really tank, so I am just going like two threes and three twos like constantly. I'm like
yeah,
bound the same people too.
yeah,
King Duxpool says, commenting on the goat talk, most people, when talking about MJ, is better mention the perfect 6 wins in 6 attempts finals, which is impressive versus LeBron's 4 wins in 10 attempts. As
hmm
Speedy mentioned, LeBron's competition is better, so right there, to me, it's more impressive. He has been 10 times in a tougher era. Also, if you're going by championship being the mark, Bill Russell would be the GOAT since he won 11 championships in his 13 years of playing. Both
yep.
MJ and LeBron are great and played in different times that you can't compare. Jordan was the GOAT of the 90s. LeBron was 2000s, in my opinion. Odd commenting about NBA on a Pokemon podcast, but love the variety and content. Keep up the great work. Hey, I don't think anyone disputes that though. I think everyone would agree that if anyone's the GOAT of the 2000s, it's LeBron. Even I,
Yeah,
despite me not liking his flopping, can agree with that.
yeah, agreed.
But
Yeah, yeah. Again, it's like apples and oranges, right? I don't know. And like Ryan said, like that point that he made stuck with me. I do think that in hindsight, we'll look back and we'll see a lot of dominance from LeBron and say, "Oh my God, he was so good." Because everybody has a bit of rose-colored glasses in retrospect, right?
yeah, I mean the fact that LeBron's the fact that the Lakers are still in this season is
I
wild.
know,
Like they're old, they're battered up.
dude. It was
Like
such a
whatever team they tried to put together like did not pan out, and they still made it work somehow, right? Like they had all these like old superstars on their team, and like
yeah,
not like half of them, more than half of them, aren't even on the team anymore.
yeah,
Dude, Dwight Howard's out there playing in China somewhere.
dude. I don't even know
they
what's going on. I mean, Lakers had a really underwhelming season, right? I mean, they were barely above what 500
yeah,
overall.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm a Lakers fan, so you know.
Yeah.
Nathan says Bo Jackson was another two-sport monster that was a sad loss after his hip injury. But yeah,
Yes.
I'm a LeBron guy through and through, so there would be much to debate. But I can see your points and can respect it. We will revisit after this year's playoffs. We shall.
That's what I
Hey, I,
mentioned,
I haven't seen the Last Dance either, too. So
dude.
maybe I need to go in with yeah.
Again, like
Recognize.
Jordan's being interviewed constantly, right? He's on camera a lot. He's giving his commentary.
Yeah.
He's actually very protective of his brand as well. So he wouldn't sign
Hmm.
up for anything that painted him in a negative light. So
True. True.
again, there is some bias, right, in anything that you make. But Nathan, I just want to shout out your call out for Bo Jackson, dude. God, if you ever watch his footage, he was just unbelievable, man. The way he used to run, running backs just don't have that anymore.
Hmm.
I don't. I sound like such a boomer, right? They don't make movies like they used to, but they don't make Bo Jacksons like they used to, man.
Yeah. Yep. Charles Wayland says, getting matched for Speedy and GBL forced me out of my complete lurker state. Been following since Zionic days. Yo, I love it. I do want to thank you for all the content and great casting from you both. It keeps me going as I struggle to get to even veteran rank. But having a world champion as gatekeeper on my veteran push fortifies the randomness of GBL. On the generational topic, I would I'd be interested in a true senior division for those of us who are 55 plus, aka old enough to be your parents, but don't have reflexor or memory to count past 7 or the eyesight to see the type icons.
Love it,
I'm
love it.
basically free to play, but would be happy to support your content and efforts to improve gaming community. Dude, honestly, I would love that too. I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean, we can talk to Daniel about it and see, because if they have that in sports, like they have a master's division in
true.
sports, dude, I'm approaching that for weightlifting. Like the weightlifting master's age is like 35. I haven't been competitively
Uh,
Olympic weightlifting in a while though, but so I'd still struggle against those guys too. But
Aging out, man.
yeah, dude, I've been aging out, man. I feel
It's
it.
it's the cruel march of time.
Yeah,
It
I've been trying to go
pushes us
back
all
into the
along.
gym more frequently lately. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
dude, I have not sniffed a gym in too long. Um, to your point, Charles, I think it'd be really cool to have a even like a grassroots tournament that's like 55 and older in order to do like a fundraiser or something. That'd be really really cool. I'll mention this when I forget. Were you also there, Caleb, or was it? It might have been Knoxville.
Okay.
I was walking past the TCG tables, and there was a woman there, and she had all white hair. She must have been like seriously, like she must have been like in her 70s, right? And she was
Hmm.
there at the tournament playing TCG event against a bunch of kids. I thought it was like the
Dude, that's
sweetest
awesome.
thing. Yeah, it was so cool. Like
That'd
that
be
lady has guts.
that'd be us one day and go. I think.
Oh
I'll
God.
rename. I'll change my in-game name to Caleb the Gray.
Oh no,
And then when I get even older, I'll just do Caleb the White. It's like
dude.
Gandalf.
If I could do speediest geriatric, I would.
Oh no. You could do slowest chief.
Slowest chief, dude. People are already calling me that, so it
Exactly.
is.
Yeah, you're gonna be even slower than that. Elliot Radford says, I ran Coma O at USC. If only I got Tauntaun round one and not Nesabethan Copium. Love from
Jeez.
Penchu and oh yeah, this is Penchu. I didn't realize.
Oh,
I
what's
didn't
up,
realize that.
Pinshu?
Yeah. Normally listed on Spotify, but came here to comment. Hey, appreciate it. It was good running into you too.
Thanks, Pinshu.
Um, Hey Trainer Paul says merch idea for those that introduce themselves as Squirrel Trapper when they meet you guys. Shirts that say "I'm Squirrel Trapper" with a photo from the famous scene in the movie Spartacus. Yo, Spartacus! I haven't seen the movie actually, but I saw the TV show. I
Yeah.
did see that scene in Spartacus though. Yeah, Spartacus
Hmm.
TV show is great.
Pretty
Um,
famous, yeah.
yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. This Squirrel Trapper thing is amazing. Alvetica says go see the movie Air. What is Air?
Hmm.
Well,
I'm
I
not
guess we gotta go
sure.
see it. We gotta go see
Yeah.
it. Is it? It's about basketball. I was just
It's
thinking like
got to be,
basketball.
right?
Air Jordan. I don't know. Twasta says, "Oh dang, my comment on the last video got blocked by YouTube or something." I was saying Speedy's metaphor was pretty convoluted. Thank you for recommenting this. And then I was saying that the championship points they're doing for Go for NAIC Travel Wars can only be earned via locals. Performance at
Hmm.
EUIC and regionals won't count for the championship points this season.
This
Oh, I
season.
didn't realize that. Okay, I thought regionals
That's a
count
good point.
too. Okay, shoot. We gotta go to locals then, I guess.
Yeah.
That's interesting because that'll just depend on. I don't know. That'll be interesting. I think they do have. Yeah, I need to see which one's in LA, I guess. But King Duxpool says second comment this week. Sorry, haha. I don't fully agree with Speedy's take on the world's competitors can't compete. The competition will be less. Example: Ramberto's own. Going to only one regional regardless. He qualified. Dial-up only went to one. He qualified. Well, technically Dial-up went to Toronto too, but yeah, I get your point. Yes, there are some that go to many, but I think it would become all more region based for who would compete where and allow for
Mhm.
diverse trainers being showcased. Not gonna lie, seeing the same stagnant meta with the same trainers every regional is not gonna grow this game. Fun discussion as always. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's a good point too. And I think like something we try to keep in mind if we have the option to feature different players is something was like, dude, they get a lot of screen time already. There's no point in
Yeah.
showcasing them, right? Unless like there's no other good matchups this round. Like we typically try to show like newer players too. Like the main thing we try to balance is we don't show new players that are like too new, right? They don't know what they're doing, right? Or like
Mhm.
they're gonna get made fun of. Like that's not a great time for anyone. But we want to show like good matchups, maybe players that haven't been on stream before as much
Yeah.
yet, right? Um, so yeah, so that's usually what we go for, but it's just tricky because right now we just don't have a ton of participation. Like Portland right now is, I don't know, it's like 60ish players. I don't even know how many,
Is it
but
only 60? Oh
I don't know.
man.
It's less than 100. So
Ah.
so that's the tough part, and we already have like I think accents going for sure, and like some other people that are already
Mhm.
qualified, right? So it's kind of tough spot at the moment. I think like if we have more player base, it'd be better, but
Yeah.
um yeah. Justin says, "Hey guys, I agree. Was very pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed the Niantic Mystic Hero event slash non-event. Converting Candy to XL was a huge bonus. Licky, Jober, Onyx, Vulpix, the list goes on. And I was evolving right up to the deadline too. Finally got through the backlog of Lucky Eggs I don't really need. I think it peeled my love of hyper efficiency. Every pat rat counts finally. And related news, Caleb, I'm ready for a future Watch Hog Ultra League
Ultra
team."
team. Oh my goodness, dude.
Appreciate
I
the comment, Justin.
I just want to say, Justin sends me some of the best gifts in
Dude,
Go,
he's
too.
great. Oh, you're friends with Justin? I didn't realize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, his
Yeah.
gifts are top tier.
Oh, definitely. He had like a cool cats gift. Like it literally said cool cats on it,
Yeah.
and he had like a Lola Meow pose in. It was so good. And I was so pissed because I accidentally opened it up without pinning it. Because I almost never pin gifts, but I was like, dude, that is
Dude,
one I would pin. And he said, yeah, don't worry, I'll send you another one. So he did, which was great.
you done
Um,
messed up.
yeah, Paul says, "Hey, Speed and Caleb, feel free to leave this comment off the podcast. It may be a bit negative. I have decided to stop playing Pokemon Go after playing every day since
Mm,
2016. I was even part of the beta release. I think I have had enough of the endless cycle of Pokemon Go, especially with Niantic strongly dictating how I should enjoy my free time. I think a lot of people play Pokemon Go for a lot of different reasons, and I'm not getting enough enjoyment from the game. I think a big part of what kept me going over the years was excitement and hype from various YouTube creators. Thanks for all your efforts. I will probably reduce my Pokemon Go viewing to not get FOMO, but you guys are great, and I wish you all the best. I wish you the best too, Paul. And
yeah.
I didn't mind even reading that comment too. Everyone's at a different point, especially in this game, especially at the moment. So like, I don't blame people for taking a break or leaving stuff like that too. It does suck, right? When you see like, man, you've been playing since every day since the beta, right? That's so much
Hmm.
dedication. Like, please, if anyone from Niantic actually listens to this podcast, please screenshot that comment from Paul and send it somewhere, right? Please do, right? I don't
Hmm.
know. Again, like we troll about this, we say it a lot, but there's got to be someone from Niantic that listens to this, right? Please listen to the player base, right? It's just like we just
Yeah.
want the game to thrive. Like we're not trying to like poop on your game all day, right? Like when a good event is good, we'll say it, right? Like Justin said, like the Mystic Hero event was good. Like just like we'll give good feedback, credit where credit's due. But these days, it's not much credit, man.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah. Last comment, Tyler saying, I said something about Shroomish or something. Give him more candies. I meant to say does. He corrected me. He said lols. I appreciate that gentle correction. Um, you guys are always on point. Still hoping we have Zionic back for episode 100. Stay tuned. We're on episode 97, so we're pretty
We're
close. We're pretty
almost
close.
there.
Yeah. But anyway, let's dive real quick into stuff because I know you got a dip soon too, right?
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so we have some news here. So thank you all for the comments. We'll cover the comments from DeFi East episode next
Mm.
week because we're running a little low on time. But we have the GoFest dates. So those are
Yes.
out, and maybe we'll talk about that T segment next week. I don't know, but there's some people that are up in arms about people buying GoFest tickets, which
Oh yeah, dude.
it's a whole thing. But anyway, from the 4th to the 6th of August, you can buy a ticket for one of those 3 days, morning or afternoon. London and England is having Go Fest, and also Osaka, Japan. You can find us there. You can find me there. You can find Speedy there too. You got Saturday, right? I got Sunday morning.
Yeah. So
So,
so again, Osaka is where we're headed, right? But just
yeah.
to speak to this event, right? We had a hard time doing just Las Vegas, but now we're gonna have two Go Fests at the same time in two different parts of the world. I'm
Dude,
hopeful, Caleb, but I
that's
don't
why I
know,
got Sunday, last day, right? Hopefully they got the
dude.
stuff figured out.
Dude,
You got the
fair.
second day, which is still not too bad, but
Yeah.
but actually your days actually might be worse because it's overlapping with the first day of
Ah,
because
shoot.
because at least
Well,
the first day for Osaka, it hasn't started yet in London because
true.
it's you're ahead, right? So yours
Yeah.
will be the first day where there might be overlap. Ooh, best of
Mm,
luck, best of luck.
we'll
Yo,
see.
the picture on the website though for Osaka, Japan looks amazing,
It
dude. It's
looks
like a moat
beautiful.
and everything, dude. I can't wait.
Mhm.
I don't know about you. I got all my stuff booked for Japan, by the way. I got the hotels,
Woo!
everything, everything. I'm ready.
Really? You knocked out all the
Hmm
hotels too?
Knocked it out.
Nice.
I knocked it out. And then we got New York City, NYC,
Yep.
USA, August 18th to the 20th. Dude, I'll be there too, but I'll literally be like, wow, still just coming back from Japan.
Dude, we're gonna be
Um,
dead.
yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I'll be there Saturday morning. What about you?
Haven't decided yet.
You haven't bought the ticket yet?
Nah,
You
not
better
yet.
check, man. What if they're sold out?
Oh, whatever sold out. Let me check. No,
I
I
know
think
you
they're
really
fine.
should. You really should pull up the app, man. I'm just
I
saying. I'm
I
just
was
saying.
looking at it a day or two ago. They still had tickets, so
Yeah, yeah. I honestly I think the Osaka tickets sell out faster. Um,
yeah, they have tickets on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday still
okay.
available.
Gotcha.
As of this recording, which is
As of this
Tuesday
recording,
or Wednesday. Sorry.
let's skip over this Drago thing because it's not even this week.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, well, let's just say because next week we'll have guests. But we have a Reggie Drago makeup day, Saturday 13th, May 13th. That's about it.
Mhm.
Nothing wild here.
We'll
Uh,
see. We'll see if it's a makeup for the makeup. We'll see.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We got Cleaver Ray Day coming up. So that is going to be uh Saturday, May 6th, this upcoming Saturday in 3 days, actually. In
Hmm.
3 days. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. I know some people are boycotting it, but I don't know, it is what it is. It's a debut, it's a bug rock Pokemon and it's essentially like a Crustle. Essentially, I don't know if it's
Hmm.
actually going to be better than Crustle, but it is the evolution of
Scyther.
or Scyther or Scizor.
I thought it was a Scyther evolution. It's
It
like
might be,
a
but just like a second, it's just like branch off to a different tree. We don't
I
have the
believe
moves
so.
for it yet, at least not on PV Poke. So it just has struggle and struggle. So we're gonna see how good the moves are, but it will be making its debut. And if you're lucky, you can also encounter a shiny one. 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Only 3 hours for this raid day. I'll be casting in Portland, so I hope there's gyms there, man. I hope there's gyms. I really hope so. But and also, man, I hate this part. Remote raid limit will be increased to 10. I'm just like,
Oh boy.
it's just like what?
Thanks.
Like,
Thanks.
like, yeah, so more people could do it. Like, what happened to your mission? Like, isn't this like the event where you want people going out? Like, I don't understand, right?
Yeah.
But also you can earn 5 additional daily rate passes, so you don't have to spend any money on this, right? You could boycott it without spending. Like, you could still do the event, not spend money, and still get your Cleavor, right?
True.
Or
True.
you can
True.
just choose
True.
not to do it. I know some people point boycott it. I mean, choose how you want to spend your money and time.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna judge for that. We're gonna skip over this Fennekin thing because it's not for a while.
Yeah,
But
we can
there's a
discuss that
Fennekin community
soon.
day. Yo, this instinct leader event. Yo, so it's been live, right? And let's just say I've been seeing some wild news about these hatch rates, man. If you haven't been on Twitter, you haven't seen on social media, man, save your incubators. We got the debut of Larvesta in Volcarona, which is the evolution of it. 400 candies to evolve Larvesta into Volcarona, and it is Larvestas in 2K, 5K, 10K eggs, or are they? Because no one's seeing any of these, right? Like it's you. I see like Yonkers on Twitter posting like hatch like 60 plus eggs.
Yeah.
Homesite Samurai. These people that are making like day one release videos on these Pokemon, right? Because they're daily
Hmm.
YouTubers, daily grinders. I mean, they're like probably in competition with each other mostly, but
Yes.
like well one there's no like so the event bonuses increase chance of hatching shiny Pokemon from 2K through 10K eggs. Larvesta's not even can't even be shiny, so that doesn't matter as much. Two times XP for hatching Pokemon, two times starters for hatching Pokemon, but you don't get like reduced distance or anything. And the thing is, Larvesta is like if you look at the odds pool when you click on the egg, it's like all the way at the bottom, man. Like what?
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
Yep. If you go to Henry's video, he's got 16 Larvesta candies. That might have been just one hatch or maybe
Yeah,
two hatches,
no,
right? And then he
400.
pours the whatever required 384 rare candies into it just to evolve it.
Dude, it's yeah. You saw the double move and power it up. Like, come on
Yep.
now. Yeah, I don't know. This was definitely a miss by Niantic. I don't know what they're thinking. Of course, you got LK wearing a special Spark theme accessory. Blah blah blah. Oh, this is a weird one too. Mister Mime Junior is actually hatching from eggs. 7 kilometer
Okay.
eggs. But like that's supposed to be region specific, so that's just like a
Yeah.
random shiny random
It's
release. I
so
don't know.
weird.
I don't know.
Why?
Mantic shiny now too. I think that's might be new. I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, just random.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know if anyone's hatching Mime Juniors. I don't really even hatch 7 kilometer eggs anymore. So
No.
plus I already got a Mime Junior when I was in Europe.
Right?
Uh but
A
yeah.
legit one.
I mean, I guess they're still legit if they're actually hatching from 7Ks. But yeah, I went through
I
that.
know. I know.
Anyway, this instinctive hero event, man, dude,
Rough.
instinct always getting the short end of the stick. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's true. You're not
Yeah,
wrong. You're not
yeah,
wrong.
but that's not their fault. Yeah, what a weird time. Anyway, so there's that. Let's maybe talk briefly about the T2. So there's a lot of people on Twitter like mad at creators or mad at people
Mm.
for not boycotting GoFest or buying tickets and stuff. What's your take on it, Speediest Chief?
I think okay, so I actually saw a post from Wallower that really frustrated me. I
Hmm.
know Wallower will like helicopter into the community these days and just drop negative things, and I guess he thinks he's doing a service to somebody by voicing his opinion that way, or maybe he just wants to get off his chest. I don't know, but he basically said that he's upset that people are creating content and they're also giving Niantic money, and that's what
Hmm.
bothers him, right? Because he doesn't think that people should be able to criticize something, but also to invest in it, especially if it's their livelihood. Which I think, again, like if you don't like everything about Twitter, right? If you don't like how your algorithm looks, if you don't like Elon Musk, if you don't like some things that come up on your feed, then you should just uninstall Twitter. That's basically the mindset, right?
Hmm.
But I think what really frustrates people is that content creators maybe they feel that some of them have like falsely misaligned themselves with the community and said, "Oh yeah, this is terrible. Hear us Niantic. We don't like the remote raid increase," and then they turn around and just spend money anyway, and they're like fake aligning with the community because they just want to be accepted by everybody else, right? And I think that is the duplicity that really bothers people like Wallower. But I
Hmm.
don't think that's exactly what's happening. Maybe some people are like that, maybe some people have just flip flopped and they never really believed in the community viewpoint in the beginning. But I think it's like very few people. I think either you feel really strongly against it, you feel kind of neutral, you don't really care, or you're like way like in the homer field for Niantic, and you're like, yeah, whatever your vision is, man, I'm on board. You know,
Hmm.
like the dog meme, like you crazy bastard, I'm in. You know, basically, or it's a Rick and Morty meme. Uh,
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, I feel like that fake duplicity is what really bothers some people about it, and yeah, I don't think it's right to just come in and just bash people in the community because they want to go out and meet their friends. I think that that's it's not helping anybody. And it's really unfortunate for somebody like Wallower, who used to contribute so much to our community, to just come in and take a dump on everybody and say, "Oh yeah, well that's my duty for today."
Yeah, he had a lot more in his thread too, but he opened up with his tweet was Pokemon Go content creators criticize Niantic without financially supporting them challenge. In parentheses, impossible.
Yeah.
The funniest tweet in response to that was inadequate saying
Yes.
quitting
Yes.
Pokemon
Thank
Go
you.
without tweeting about it every day. Impossible.
Dude, his tweet
So
killed
good.
me. It's
So
so
good.
good.
So good. So here's the thing, right? Unless a creator or someone saying, I am boycotting Niantic no matter what, I'm not spending a single penny in this game again until they fix this, including GoFest, including
Hmm.
all this stuff. I think yeah, maybe that criticism uh is definitely
Valid.
a valid. Yeah, it is something that's worth noting. But I don't think people said that. Here's Niantic is not let's boycott Niantic, right? Some people are and some people can, and that's your prerogative, that's your choice. But
Hmm.
not everyone's gonna act the way you want to. It's like a weird like purist debate, right? It's like,
Yes.
oh, if you're not 100% in, you're not with us, right? You don't stand with us, right? You're a
Hmm.
hypocrite. But like I don't like there's majority of people fall somewhere in between, right? Some
Yes.
people still spend money on the game. Some people want to do their cleaver raids. They're going to do remote raids, right? Some people are going to do remote raids, but they're still going to buy GoFest tickets, and then some people won't do any of it, right? It just like, but the thing is like tearing each other down over this stuff and fighting
Yeah.
infighting. It's just like it's not productive, and I don't think any of our listeners are doing this too. So like we're probably just preaching to the choir, but it was something that we saw a lot on Twitter lately, and it was just a little disheartening to see the back and forth on it because I'm just like, dude, like why are we arguing about this? Like let's just like let people enjoy their GoFest if they want to, right? Like at the end of the day, like I think Niantic is still hurting in terms of revenue standpoint either
Oh,
way.
yes, they
So I saw
are.
some analytics and I was like, it looked like they're down like I think like it was like 20 million in just this past month, like
30
difference.
million.
30 million, dude. Dude, yeah,
Yeah.
no wonder, man. These Larvesta, they need people
Ser-
hatching these Larvesta eggs, man, or trying to.
yeah.
Gosh,
From their peak this year, they've dropped like 35 million in revenue
yeah,
in just this month.
yeah,
So
yeah. But
it's
yo,
rough.
you're almost at 18 million Stardust, dude. What's going on?
I'm more than that now. I'm
Dude,
at
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
at 18
When are you
point.
spending the Stardust and when are you doing this Bastion stream? The
I
Bastion stream is
know.
gonna have to wait till Great League comes back around. I will say that because that's
Yeah. I
neither
I'm
here
at
nor there.
18 146k 126. I think I'm gonna push to 20 because I think that would be my personal best,
Okay.
and then I'll spend it all.
What's your elo at by the way right now,
I'm
dude?
in the 2600s right now.
Polymer Sub beat you to Legend 2. This guy,
Dude, I
I was like, maybe
know.
that should be the new bet.
Dude, I got to 2749 with the Azu Shadow Gliscor and Galarian Sunfist team. I forget whose it was. Maybe it was Kakarot's team. But
Mhm.
I got 1 point from expert, and then I fell down to 2600s with the same
Ah,
team.
dang.
So now I'm
I
like changing it up.
I got some bad news for you. There's no more Great League.
I
I
know.
know you have GBLA soon, so you don't have time to do that. But
Nope.
there's no more Great League for this cycle. So hey, unless
Yeah.
you make a new Bastion, there is Catch Cup. Um, I
Jesus.
guess so. We'll either do that, or we'll just have to wait till next season, man. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah,
We tried. We
we
tried.
tried.
We're working with slowest chief here, right? We're working with
Ah, very
slowest
funny,
chief.
very funny.
So
Yeah.
what can we do? What can we do? What can we do?
But I just want to apologize one more time for the short episode. And Caleb's been super accommodating. Again, sorry for pushing the recording so late and making a shorter episode, but we'll have more next week for you guys.
We will, and we will have special guests for next week. Maybe
Yes.
more than one guest at a time.
Ooh,
That'll be a first. That'll be
let's
a
do it.
first. But we'll see. But until then, we wish you all the best of luck as you try to hatch Larvesta eggs, or maybe don't, because ain't no one be hatching those. Luckily, I don't think it's like super PvP relevant, so
No, not
it's
yet.
fine. But dude, what is Niantic doing, man? Like this is just going to encourage people to like defit and use rockers even more stuff. I ain't trying to encourage none of this stuff, but like, what? What are we
I don't
doing?
know.
What are we doing, Niantic?
I I wish I had answers for you. I do.
I wish I did too. Anyway, it was a fun time though. Thank you all for leaving the comments. We made it through the news pretty quick, but yeah, next week's going to be a good one. So stay tuned. Drop down below. Who do you think is going to be on the podcast? Who do you think it's going to be? I will say, at least one person out of our potential two guests on our podcast is a returning guest.
Oh, let's go. All
There's a
right.
returning guest, someone that's been on the podcast before. So
Barack Obama.
take your educated guesses down below. But until then, peace out. Good luck on Cleaver Raid Day if you decide to play it, and we'll catch you all next time.
Peace.